Hi, this is Thomas Stratton, or Thomas Stratton. I'm going to be talking about my week 12 reflection in spiritual gifts. In this chapter, or in this week, we talk about chapters 3 and 4. We talk about some fun stuff. It's really, really deep as well. I think we talk about the inner child and dealing with trauma and putting perspective with the trauma and not processing things in a way that typically in the lens of a secular way, like a secular lens. It's definitely countercultural because we're beginning to actually step into these memories and put ourselves not as we are now, but put ourselves in a place where we see the trauma as we would in that time. Like look at trauma a completely different way, which is really good. Okay, so the first question being from chapter 3. It asks, what is the importance of our memories? Memories are so important to us. They are what we cherish. They're what inspires us. They are what shapes us. Memories don't only just pertain to things that we've seen. They pertain to our family, our accomplishments, our victories, our failures, things that we've learned throughout the years. Memories are absolutely crucial to our lives because they help us um, shape and form who we are today. Number 2, why is it important to bring Jesus into your memories? It is very important that you get everything into the blood of Jesus and you allow Jesus to be in the memories because ultimately it protects your memories. It protects your mind. It protects you from your trauma and your pain. It puts everything in perspective of what is happening in your life, and it gives you, or at least it gives me comfort with the things I've gone through. Next, why does it help? Exactly that. It gives you comfort and it gives you peace. Even when things go right or wrong, it gives you peace. When you know that Jesus was at your side and with you, and helps you remember that you were never alone because God was always with you. Next, how could you benefit from this kind of approach in your own memories? I think personally it really helps a lot because I begin to see my traumatic experiences and I'm like, hey, actually Jesus was with me. I wasn't alone. Actually when that happened to me, I wasn't alone. I had this happening. Like God was actually there. And it actually gives you relief and comfort. And at least for myself, I feel relief and comfort when I allow Jesus to be in that moment with me. So now in chapter 4, they ask, based on the reading, what is your understanding of the concept of inner child or inner children, or what Kraft also calls personified memories? So for me, I think what I believe it to be, what I got from the reading, is your inner child is the person or yourself that was experiencing that experience. The person or self, like your inner child or who you were before, experiencing that experience from the past. So a lot of times with your inner child, for example, in the book we talk about how, like if you get traumatized when you're a little kid, and that your inner child is still dealing with trauma. So when you go over something that triggers it, your inner child could pop up like that. So you see a lot of adults that have like temper tantrums, like a 5-year-old, because they've never got healing when they were 5 and they had a traumatic experience happen to them. That's what I see as the inner child, the personified memories. Is those moments in life that we have when we relate to as a little kid, and we've never healed from it, so it's a problem. So that's like I think that's the trauma side of that. But yeah, next question says, what is the most important thing to learn that I've learned from chapter 4, and how will you apply it to your life? For me, the biggest thing is to realize that my pain, for me to fix quote unquote, or me to address the problems I've had in my past, I have to realize that the trauma that I've experienced can't be healed in my perspective now. I can't look at my pain from when I was 10 and be like, oh yeah, that was just this and that. I have to actually invite Jesus into that moment and be like, Jesus, let's go back together and find out what does that actually mean? Like, why did that hurt so much? And look at myself in the lens, the personified memories. Look at the personified memories and be like, God, why was my 10-year-old self so hurt in that moment? And where were you? And when you begin to do that, you actually begin to have such rich and deep inner healing. But anyways, thank you for listening to my reflection. I hope you have a great day.